All right, we are almost ready. Getting ready to go live.
Behind her and just like,
All right, we are getting ready. We're going to be going live here shortly. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you're watching today, thank you so much for tuning in, for joining in. Today is all about biz hacks in a snap, right? 30-minute startup secrets. So, what I have planned out for my online community, anybody who's following Biz Coach C, I hope you by now realize that I am a startup coach. And what I do is I help businesses who are within their first 0 to 5 years, not just have great startup practices, but they know how to implement strong strategies that are going to keep their business profitable, long lasting, and successful, sustainable. All of the things that we need to be able to scale and grow to make money for ourselves, to become financially independent so that we can leave our 9 to 5s and start living the life that we want. That's what my business coaching service is all about. And so, what I believe is that when we enter into entrepreneurship, we're giving opportunities to ourselves, to our families, to our communities to get better. And we get to escape the rat race once we figure this thing out about how to monetize doing things that we love while at the same time providing the quality that other people need. So that is the main thing here today. That's the key to all of this. So I put together a monthly, or at least I think these are honestly probably bi-monthly. I'm going to be doing these every 2 weeks. So these will at least be twice a month, and these will not be the same presentations over and over. They're going to be different because there's just so much startup information that you need to know when you're becoming a new entrepreneur. So, but there's going to be these bi-weekly trainings that are going to help you understand what it takes to get all of these foundational principles mastered so that you can take off. Some of these things, if you've already started a business and maybe you're past like your first year or so, you may find that you're doing some of these. Let that be a confirmation to you that you're headed in the right direction. But if you are participating in these live trainings and you're watching this, just know that there is still much here for you to learn. So I'm hoping that this will be a lot of new information to a lot of you who are going to be watching, participating. But let's get started. Let's get started. So, Startup Secrets Revealed is where we're at today. So, we are literally at square one, Business 101, Business Startups 101. So, we're talking about biz hacks in a snap. 30 minutes of your time is all that this is going to take. So, let's take a look at what we need to be doing in our businesses to move forward. The first thing I want you to understand about mastering your startup strategy is that we live in a super fast paced environment. We have so many things now living in an information age that you have to understand that success loves speed. So you need to be able to not necessarily move faster than the next person, but you need to be able to keep up with your industry. So it's not about competition. It's not about comparing ourselves to anyone else. We are our greatest competition. And so the first thing that I want you to realize is that having speed means that you are just keeping up with your industry. You are able to keep outdoing yourself and you're able to meet the demands of your customers. That's the first thing. So discover how these 30-minute hacks are going to significantly accelerate your business growth, because I'm going to help you overcome certain challenges and seize opportunities that are going to help you on your entrepreneurial journey. That's the first thing I want you to know. Keep up with what's going on with your industry and be able to meet the demand of your customers as it comes. So the thing here is that Knowing what your customers want first starts with knowing what you're able to provide. So you have to know what solution you're giving people. You need to have a clear mission in your business and clear values, because what that does is that builds long-term loyalty with your customer base. The fact is that 89% of your customers are going to be staying with brands that align with their values, but they won't be able to align themselves with your brand if you don't make it clear to them what they're following. So whether you have a clothing brand that is serving working moms who are not able to go out and shop more, so you have the convenience of being available to them online, whether you have a web design business where you're going to be servicing just retail owners by building Shopify sites, making it easier and faster for them to get sales. Make your mission and your values in your business really clear so that people know what they're pursuing. And even if you think back to the start of just this presentation alone, I was clear in laying out what my mission was as a startup coach in helping you get things off the ground, becoming profitable, being sustainable, and growing your business over time so that you can be financially independent. That's very clear. So make sure that your business has clarity in what you're trying to convey, because the better people understand what your business is set out to do, the easier it is for them to resonate with your message, to connect with it, and understand that they should be shopping with you, or they should be reading your material, or they should be following your pages on social media platforms, or they should be subscribing to your YouTube channels. So be clear on what you're offering, because 89% of people are looking for that. So here's an activity that I want you to do, because these are practical steps that I'm giving you in these presentations that are really going to help you. So I want you to take note of this. The first activity that I want you to do is write down one sentence that defines what your business stands for and who it helps. Write down one sentence that defines what your business stands for and who it helps. And I'll give you an example. CLS Management is out here providing opportunities to new entrepreneurs for business startup and growth. So in that sentence, you hear what I do, you hear how it's helping, and what the business stands for. So define whatever it is that your business stands for. Are you here to help? Are you here to are you here for youth enrichment? Are you here for community building? Are you here to provide luxury jewelry? Are you providing hair care that's going to be above standard? You know, what is it that you're providing? So, and define what your business stands for through what you're providing. So is that you standing for better quality? Are you standing for more affordability? Are you standing for better access? Are you standing for all of those things? You know, are you going to be trying to reduce the amount of violence in your community through, you know, you're organizing a nonprofit organization that gives back to communities and families by providing food subsidies or homeless shelters or food, replacing where there's food deficits in the community. Define what it is your business stands for and clearly lay out who it helps. That's your first activity. It's going to take some thought, but you know what? It is well worth it. And since it is going to take some thought, of course, I'm not going to just throw something out there to you and not give you a resource to help you do it. You can use templates. You can use plenty of AI templates these days to help you write these out. Canva is a great place. ChatGPT and other AI platforms are great at helping assist in writing your thoughts out. Take these. You don't have to completely go with word for word what these AI platforms are giving you, but they definitely give you an amazing starting point that can help you launch out into the deep when it comes to getting your thoughts organized and what you're going to be offering. And I do want to show you another example, because I believe in giving you tools that are going to help you. So let me share another screen with you really quickly. This is something that I encourage a lot of business owners to do. especially if you're a service provider. But I really believe that any business owner should really take the time to do this. So what you're looking at on the screen here is a document that I created to help me build my network and to help build relationships. It is literally a 2-page document that describes, 3 pages. It's a 3-page document that describes what I do, the services that I offer, all of my contact information, of course, about me and my personal brand, and then about my company. And that's on the second page. So when you look at about my company, this is where you see my vision statement to guide new entrepreneurs to revenue generating results through expertise, leading practices, and proven frameworks. My mission statement is here. And also my objectives are down here at the bottom: to support entrepreneurial growth, enhance financial independence, and foster a connected community. So I would encourage any business owner to do this. One of the reasons I do is because as you're applying for things like grants, they want to know more about you as an individual and your personal brand. And they also want to know about the business. So if you have something like this readily available, and you can honestly create something like this yourself in Canva, or you can reach out to me and I can connect you with someone who I know does 1, 2, 3 pagers, flyers that just help you craft out what your business is all about and writing these things out in your business. So you can definitely create something like this very easily, and it's very affordable. But what it does is it gives you in a layout very clearly your mission, your vision, your values, and the services you provide. I've seen even some people list their prices for certain products on here. If you are selling things in retail, you don't have to put all of the products on here, but you can just put a price range and just signify or specify that you are doing something as far as selling retail products. But I hope that that will give you some idea of something that you could do for your own business, and to clearly identify and show others, okay, this is who I am, this is what I'm providing. So I hope that that will be helpful to you. So use your resources to help you write out clear vision and mission statements. Plenty of templates out there and platforms to do that. All right, and here's some essential tools for startups. So if you're in your first 0 to 5 years, I've even met some people 3 to 5 years in who still have not completely implemented things like this, and they're doing a lot of stuff kind of manually and on paper. We want to get away from that. Manual and on paper is great in a sense that you get things out of your head and you are able to transform that into strategic thoughts. The only thing about keeping things on paper is the ability to track your performance and to evaluate and share it easily. So if you are using something like project management software and automation apps for communication, that can be something as simple as a free platform that I use called Trello, where you can do your project management in there. You can list your daily tasks. You can check things off. You can communicate with VAs. You can send some of the boards and tabs to other people to let them know what you've been working on. You can send yourself reminders. You can also integrate other things with it, like your calendars. So you'll get pop-ups and reminders for things that you need to do. Your action items that need to be caught up, they're going to be listed there. So use platforms to your advantage, because as great as we are as humans, we are still flawed as humans. And so we don't have the ability to track every single thing that we do. And your business, as it is expanding, you want to expand your capabilities. And this is what project management software allows you to do. It allows you to leverage a platform so that you can extend your brain, if you will, into doing things that you would be unable to do humanly and just alone by yourself. So resources like this will streamline your operations, enhance your productivity, and facilitate collaboration among teams, definitely ensuring that your startup is going to flourish in a competitive landscape. Remember, I said you've got to be able to keep up with that industry. You've got to be able to compete with your past self. And how do you do that? You do that by beating yourself every time and figuring out creative ways to beat yourself out of the things that you used to do in the past every single time. Trello is a great project management platform. The one that I absolutely love to use right now is called Slack. And a lot of people have probably heard of Slack, but Slack has been a major, major part in the growth of my business here recently, as I've acquired a new VA. So we are sharing so much information on this platform between each other in DMs and messages. I would show you my Slack, but it's probably some proprietary information that I cannot quite put in front of you. But I will be able to, well, yeah, I can take a quick screenshot. Let's see. Let me just go to a safe page on here. And let me show you Slack. Slack is absolutely awesome. All right, so now you're looking at Slack here. And what you will see on the left side of the screen here is definitely my business up at the top. And then we've got threads of information where we can message, send each other in different channels or in direct messages. And then there's apps that I've connected to Slack. So as you can see, it's integrating my Google Calendar. Slackbot gives me hints and different things that I can do to improve the system as I'm working. Calendly is where I schedule my appointments. There's Google Analytics where I can track my performance on Google. And then I've even connected my Google Drive, my CRM, which is HubSpot, of how I communicate with my clients and keep up with my lead generation. And then there's Read AI that I've connected, which is an AI system that I pay for with a subscription that allows me to take notes during my meetings. This is very helpful to me as a consultant. Read AI is worth the money because it removed all of the time that I was doing in trying to type up notes or take notes by hand, go back, summarize those notes, cherry pick out the action items, cherry pick out the summary and the things that that individual that I met with, the client that needs to work on and that I need to work on. Read AI takes over that full responsibility, and it gives me complete notes from every single meeting that I record. And it will also record the video for me. It's actually recording this training now, and this training will become part of my free training that's going to be offered on my YouTube page and my website. So it's a very helpful platform. And then, of course, I've got Zoom added also. So Slack may be a good idea if you are someone who's thinking about doing something like that and you need project management software. Is not a bad idea at all. Yeah, and definitely Trello is the other one. I recommend Trello to so many of my clients, almost all of my clients, because of the free version that it offers, and it's absolutely power packed, and I absolutely love it. And my clients who have worked with it really like it as well. It takes some getting used to, just like any other new system. You have to become familiar with it, familiarize yourself with where things are, how to post on it. But Trello is a really, really good platform to use for project management also. But long story short, it's an essential tool for your startup. So it's definitely a must-have. So don't skip out on creating and employing all the tools that are going to help your business. All right. So here are the execution principles that I want you to understand today. Master these 3 things for effective execution. Something that all of us as entrepreneurs face is what I call entrepreneur brain, which means we have a million ideas in any given day. And it may actually deter us from doing the actual task that we're supposed to be handling to keep our business growing. Or we may get a thought and know that it will be something good for right now, but we're not exactly sure how to run that down, how to implement it, right? To where we can actually make it a part of our business so that it makes sense and it makes money. But if you master these key principles, then you're going to become more effective at execution. You know, every year I choose a word to define my year for how I want it to go. And for me, 2024 was my year of execution. And this was literally how I made it happen. It took me months to start mastering this. And what I've learned throughout this year, with me just trying to really focus on the execution aspects of my business, because I've done planning for years. I've, rebuilt my strategies and implemented them. I've hired a VA, And now it's time to make the money, right? All of the systems, all of the things are in place that I've built. The website's there, the social media pages are there. I've got the business model set up for who I can sell to. I feel like my prices are comfortable. So now it's time to execute. Well, how do I do that? And how do I do that consistently out here working as my own boss? Because we don't have anybody telling us to do these steps. So here's what I want you to remember to do as your own boss that's going to help you continue to sustain your success in today's competitive market. First thing you've got to learn how to do is focus. Focus does not mean completely just getting alone and getting off to self and sitting with the thoughts in your head. It means that you are actively learning how to concentrate on your customers' needs. That's what I mean when I say focus, when we're talking about startup execution principles. What we do as entrepreneurs is we get so happy and so focused on our product that we don't even sometimes remember to convey what solution it provides to people who need it. And nobody is really concerned with or wants to hear about how much time it took us to create it, how wonderful we think it is. We've got to shift our focus to how is the customer going to feel when they see this, when they wear this, when they experience this? Will they be able to share this content online because it sounds like something that relates to them? Are they going to like, follow, engage? Are they going to go to my website and purchase? What's the word of mouth going to sound like? Focus and concentrate on your customers' needs first. That is an active way for you to begin to get out of the self-focus of just being a producer and just moving forward to thinking about what solutions that you can provide. That's what really helps you make money. That focus and that concentration on customers, that's the thing that helps you connect. When you connect with people, people buy based on experience. They buy based on feeling. They buy based on emotion and connection. People make emotional purchases, even to them it doesn't feel like it sometimes. But the psychology behind sales and business is people make emotional purchases. Whether that's I feel bad, so I need to shop. I feel good, so I need to shop. I feel like I'm in desperate need of something, so I need to shop. Whatever that feeling is, that's what they're shopping based on. Learn how to connect with your customers' needs based on what you're providing. And then you've got to learn to adapt. You got to be flexible to market changes. Give you a good example. As a business coach, some of my offers are low ticket. Some of my offers are high ticket. In a world where there's a lot of economic crisis, a lot of inflation that's happening around us, and people struggling just to make ends meet, living paycheck to paycheck, they still understand that they have dreams and aspirations. So they may not be able to sign up for my high ticket group coaching programs and work with me for a full 90 days or do some of my extensive programs one-on-one, but they may be able to download some resources for $3, $5 to help them just keep moving their vision along until they get to the point where they're able to do more. So by offering different options at different price points, I was able to help my business be flexible and adapt to market changes that were going on around me. So you have to be able to do that. Another thing that you can do to adapt is try to stay in the AI curve. I won't say try to stay ahead, because I don't think we will ever be ahead of technology anymore. I've even heard experts say this at conferences that I've attended this year. It's like, it's okay, go ahead and take a deep breath and woosah, because we will never be the average people out here working unless we are literal rocket scientists. We probably will not be ahead of technology again. So those of us who are out here working, be in that AI curve, embrace technological changes as we're faced with them. And the things that we can take advantage of, including AI, let's do that. Let it help you write your mission statement. And if you are a part of my Six Secrets group, tomorrow we'll be going live with a marketing specialist Maribel Rivera. And if you're watching this replay, I'm sorry, but it is going to be all about it's an AI accelerator that's going to teach you how to set financial goals and ask it questions to help you set out a clear path to financial freedom, just using AI alone and catering that to your specific needs. So adapt to market changes. And then finally, you've got to execute. You've got to implement the plans. The key here, though, is to implement those plans without hesitation. So you've planned, you've worked. And you're at the end. Don't second guess yourself, right? Don't second guess yourself. I want you to stop doing that because you have everything it takes. You know where to focus. You know what needs to be done. So now it's time to set the plans in action. Don't let the fear of not being able to afford something keep you away from making the right investments. So don't be afraid to, I don't like using the term spend money because when you say spend, it makes you think like there's no return on that investment. You don't get anything back. So I don't like to say spend, but what I like to say is invest. Do not be afraid to make the right investments with your money that are going to move your vision forward. You cannot be afraid to do that. If you are, it's going to stifle your growth and it will prolong your success. You can eventually still get there, but those hesitations are only going to be prolonging your ability to be successful and to make things happen. So I love this quote by John C. Maxwell that says, inspire others to reach their potential and watch success flourish all around you. You can do this in any industry. You can do this with any business. You can inspire the people that you're trying to reach. And that's one of your responsibilities as a business owner within your business. Now, I'm not saying that you have to get on a live personally and really coach people to shop with you and these things. That's good promotion, yes. But inspiring others to reach their potential, you can use your marketing to do that for you. Include some motivation in your marketing and make sure that you're talking often about your solutions and the things that are going to make that person better, make their situation better, make their life easier. And the more you learn to communicate that through your business, the more successful you will become and you'll begin to see things flourish. It'll produce fruit for you, right? So it's 11:02 and we're wrapping up. Here are the 3 things that I really want you to take from today. Here's your quick guide to launching a business. I want you to define your why and focus on that target audience when you're thinking about why it is that you want to do what you do. And whatever it is that you want to do what you do, who is that going to affect? Who is that going to impact? Who do you want to reach with your product or service? Define that and make sure you do that. Make sure you write that out when you're writing out the other piece of the assignment that I gave you, to write out that one sentence of that clear vision or mission that's going to define how what it is that you have going on in your business, what you stand for, and who you want to reach. So that's the first thing, define your why. Second thing I want you to do, create that simple mission and vision statement for your business. Outline those goals and strategies, write out all the things that you want to do. And I would encourage you to start a project management platform. Register for one, sign up for a free one. I gave you one today. Trello has a great free platform that you can use. Start out with just a free little small project management platform. And those are just others. Those are my preferences. But you can definitely, if you want, message me on the side. I'll be happy to send you some more ideas. If you're a part of either one of my Facebook groups, post it. Seriously, just post the question in a group and say, hey, what platform do you guys use for project management? And you will be surprised at how many people are actually using like project management guides for things like this. So it is very, very wise to do something like that. But that's what I want you to do. Get you a project management platform. And this is where I want you to start listing these things in here. Set a deadline for yourself to actually list these. Create simple mission and vision statements for yourself. Outline those goals and strategies. Last thing I want you to do is, after you've done these first 2, and don't cheat because it's hard for you to do the third one before you do the first 2. Now you've got to infuse these values into your daily operations. And that means you just got to get out there and execute and be a boss. You have to do that. The implementation is the last thing. The defining is first, the creating and planning is second, and then the infusing and implementation and the execution is what comes last. That's your quick guide to launching. I am so thankful that you all have joined me either live or you're watching this replay. You can follow me on all major social media platforms at C Ellis MGMT, or you can look for Biz Coach C, and I promise you, you will find me. I will be there. Website is www.clsmgmt.com. There are free trainings available as well as one-on-one services, group coaching programs, digital products that you can download that are highly affordable, and of course, free trainings that are available. So you get infographics, you get PDFs, you get videos like this one, and so many others. Group coaching programs take place at least about 4 to 5 times a year with groups up to 10 people. So if you are ready to have the full experience, we are definitely ready to have you on board for one of those teams. But thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you for watching. Hope that what you learned was super helpful. Please take the action items and put them to work, praying over you, praying for your business, and I wish you nothing but the best.